Hola familias, my name is Naomi, this is Niños en Nature, and I wanted to give you a sneak peek into some of my favorite Spanish winter books. Now on my blog I have a very long list of amazing Spanish winter books. I have a few here that I want to look at with you. Some of them are perfect for beginner Spanish speakers, so if you're learning side by side with your kiddos, these would be a great option. Others are more books that are just for bilingual families that have really nice, complex, and in-depth stories that you can read to your kiddos in Spanish. Now, the first one is great for beginners. It's called Miebe, and I love these books. It's haga el tiempo que haga, right? Like no matter what the weather is, basically. And they have really sweet illustrations. All of the pages have a lot of depth to them. And I love that they have a lot of sound effects. So if you're a beginning Spanish speaker, like everyone can work out like, oh, cataplum, right? So there's not as much pressure to read full sentences, but you're still looking at and reading a book in Spanish with your kids. So this is a really great option. Another one that I love is Jan Brett Classic, translated into Spanish, El Mitón. I cannot get enough of this book. If you're learning about woodland animals with your kids in Spanish, or winter, or just staying warm and cozy, this is a really great book. The illustrations are gorgeous. The Spanish translation is done really well. So this is another one that you can have on hand for this winter, reading with your kiddos. I also really love Un Día de Nieve. It features a sweet little boy named Peter, and you go on his adventure exploring the snow. And this is just a really fun story to read with your little ones, especially if they love snow. The illustrations are great. It's got awesome Spanish in here to learn. This is a really fun one. Okay, now I know that I shouldn't play favorites, but Tren de Invierno is one of my all-time favorite books. I love it. I love the sweet friendship. I love the illustrations. I mean, to me, they're just absolutely breathtaking. How can you not love that? And it's got just this great story about animals working together, and it talks about migration, and it's just a great book if your kids love animals, if they love nature, and this is a really, really sweet one to have on hand for winter. El Invierno, this is another one that is really great for beginners. It's all about like how to start talking about winter in Spanish. The sentences are nice and short. It has a glossary in the back. It has realistic images. So if you're a Montessori family, there are no cartoons here. So that's always nice. And it has like words in bold, and then it'll tell you what they mean in the back. So this is a great one to have if you're learning Spanish with your kiddos. My last favorite that I want to talk about is Nieve en la Jungla. And okay, they go to the jungle, so it's not really set in winter time. But it's about this sweet little polar bear whose family moves to the jungle and her journey of making that transition. But it is, look, there's some winter stuff, but it does have some jungle safari animals in it. So this is another sweet one. It's all about like starting a new school. So if you have a kid who's making a new transition to a new school, this would be a great option too. All right, familias, those are just a few of the books that are on the list. There are so many more. Check out the blog post. It's linked in the description below. And I hope that you find some great stories to read in Spanish with your kiddos this season. Ciao!